Hey, how's everybody doing? Heidi back again, working on my van. Got my Bugs Bunny t-shirt on today. Hang on a minute, show you what I got. So, I came home from the road to attend my granddaughter's graduation from high school. And I ended up, because it's the holiday weekend, they weren't able to get me a load to get back to work, so I'm going to end up being off about 3 days. So I've been doing some work on the van. Actually, right now I'm still over here in Columbus, Ohio. Went to the graduation last night, and then I decided to stay. I'm actually at a Target parking lot. You can see Target over there. I spent the night here under the shade tree. Getting ready to get up and head over to my daughter's place. There's not enough parking on her street for me to stay over there, so I usually just try to find a strip mall nearby, or sometimes I'll go down to Menards and park in there a lot, since I shop there a lot for building materials. Anyway, getting back to what I've been working on. So I took the opportunity, hang on a moment, to work on the back part of this, which this has really been dragging out for several weeks. Trying to get this bed area wrapped up. So what I did is I decided to just do Luan on the back wall, which is this thin 1/4 inch material. It's really easy to work with. So that's what I put up on the back wall. I got my pass-through in. And then on the side walls, because there's a lot of weird shapes on these side walls, I thought it would be easier to just do tongue and groove instead of trying to cut one big piece to fit in here. I just thought it'd be easier to do smaller pieces. So I did this tongue and groove, where basically you can like sand it and paint it. It's really thin. It's 1/4 inch tongue and groove that I got at Menards. Here you can see it from the edge. On one side it has a bevel, and on the other side it's just flat. I like the flat side better. So I sanded and painted it this off-white to match this wall back here. And then I just cut the pieces to fit, slid them into the groove, and glued them into place. It came out pretty good. I do have a little bit of the frame showing through here, but once I get, like right now I have a window ledge that I put in, and then I'm going to have wood going all the way around the inside of the window. And then I'm going to get some smaller pieces of wood and fill this in and try to blend it in. And I think once I get that in there, it won't be noticeable. So there's that. And when I decided to do these ledges, I wanted to make sure they're nice and wide so the cats can sit on them. So I picked 1x8. So this is 8 inches depth. So there's plenty of room for my cats to sit in the window. I don't have this one quite done yet. But yeah, I love the way this turned out. And then the Luan that I have on the wall. So I had to build these walls and make them thicker, because the window depth was about, I think, a little over 1 inch thick. So I had to add insulation and a layer of Luan to thicken my walls when I put my windows in. So I decided to go ahead and paint over the Luan. And I decided to use this deck stain and sealant, because a couple weeks back I came home from the road. There were some water stains on the wood, and that was from condensation from the metal window. So I covered these with deck stain and sealant. That way I won't have any more problems with condensation where the water saturates into the wood, because that deck stain and sealant does a great job protecting wood. I've used it in the past. Let's see here. So this is my first cabinet that I've talked about. I haven't finished building it. Yeah, so I just ordered these bins, these 4 bins. These are going to go in my back storage area. I'm actually getting ready to go to Lowe's to get some hardware to install them in the back, in my back closet area. But, I just have them sitting here for now. And because they're sitting here, it gave me an idea. So, I don't want to have a big kitchen cabinet in here that encroaches into the space a lot. So I'm definitely not doing a 24-inch depth cabinet, which would be which is the standard size of kitchen cabinets. Are 24 inches depth. I think that would take up too much room in here and make it really crowded. So what I was going to do is buy a bathroom vanity cabinet, which is only 22 inches depth, but that only gives me an extra 2 inches. So when I put these in here, like I said, they're just sitting here because I'm getting ready to install them in the back. I got to thinking, you know, this might be a great solution to do my kitchen cabinet using these plastic bins. These plastic bins are only 14.5 inches depth, but as you can see here, there's a decent amount of storage. And the fact that they're super lightweight, I think is great. This would be much more lightweight than actually buying a bathroom vanity that's solid wood and putting it in here. The vanity I'm looking at is like $600, and these bins are only like $40 a piece. You can get them with the 3 drawers. So what I could do is I could just build a cabinet like I did here, put some doors on it that open up, and then have these bins on the inside that I can mount to the wall with drawers. I think that would be much cheaper. That would be 1/3 of the cost of buying a vanity, and it would cut the weight way, way down. So I'd save a lot on weight. So I'm kicking that idea around now. And because doing a bathroom vanity is so expensive, it would take me another, I don't know, a month or so to save up for that, because my daughter's having a wedding next month and I'm committed to that. So it was looking like if I have to buy my vanity to put in here as a kitchen cabinet, I was going to have to wait another couple months. But if I decide to go this route and do these plastic bins and just make cabinets that I paint green to match this one with doors, that would save me quite a bit, and I could actually get it installed much sooner and get my kitchen put together faster. And it's probably hard for you to imagine what I'm talking about, but basically I would have these 2 bins. Hang on. I would have a bin here. Oh. Yeah. I would have 2 tall cabinets here. One will be a pantry. The other one's going to have my portable toilet at the bottom, a refrigerator here, a small one, and then a little oven at the top. And then here I would have these drawers, which would actually be elevated off the floor 4 inches, so I can have a toe kick. And then I would have one here, and then I would have one over here, and then this middle area would be where I put my sink. So then to get into these drawers, I would have doors that open. And then I could open the drawers, put things in there for the kitchen. And the nice thing about the plastic drawers is if they get, they're really easy to clean, number one. Easier to clean than wood. And over time, if they get worn out or messed up, I can just remove them, buy new ones, and put them in. So they would be cheaper, lighter weight, quicker to install. Then I could just build my cabinets, which I wasn't planning to do, but, that's kind of something that I've been wanting to learn how to do over the years that I've been playing around with building things. Kitchen cabinets has always kind of been on the back burner in my mind, pun intended, and something that I know that it's something I wanted to learn how to do. But on this project, I just didn't really want to take the time and effort because my time is so limited since I'm only home from work 6 days each month usually. I didn't want to dedicate the time to building cabinets that have slide out doors and stuff like that, because I feel like it's something that's hard to do, it's time consuming, and you have to get it just right if you want the drawers to slide properly. But if I just make simple cabinets with doors that open and close, and I can have these simple plastic sliding drawers, then I don't have to make these mechanisms. I don't have to worry about making drawers. I can just do simple cabinets, put these in there, and it feels like a win-win-win all the way around. So I'm pretty sure that's what I'm going to do. Let me put this back. And then real quick, I'll run out here and show you guys what the back looks like. Actually, you know what? I think I won't do that. I think I'll make another video later on once I get those installed, those doors installed in the back storage area, to show you guys how it turned out. So this is all I got for right now. So as you can see, the animals are pretty comfortable in here. We've been using the van. It's really starting to take shape now. There's still a lot of little details like getting the ceiling finished, getting my roof hatch in, getting this area, this rounded area done where there's still metal exposed. And then of course I have all the trim work left back here. Hey buddy. I have to install my retractable screen right here. I can't do any trim work up here until I get this screen installed. I got to get it installed and then I can do some really nice wood trim all the way around. And then once I get the hatch in, I can get my slat boards up on the ceiling and then I can cover up these areas on the sides. I haven't really decided if I'm going to run any wires through here. I've been thinking about, I might want to run wire through here for the electrical, but actually what I think I'm going to do is just run all my wiring inside the bed frame and over into these cabinets, because that's basically, most of my electrical is going to be coming from these cabinets that are facing the bed area, and then cabinets on this wall will be facing the kitchen area, and that's where I was really planning to put all my electrical outlets. So I was thinking about just running the wire through here. I know a lot of people run wire in their ceilings and in their walls. I don't like the idea of having wiring in the walls and ceiling, because then if something goes wrong in the future, if there's a problem with the wires becoming faulty or whatever, you have to rip everything out to get to them. So I'm going to have my wires hidden behind build-ins, and then I'm going to run them through conduit. So in the future, if I had to if I had to do something with my wiring in the future, like I had to tear it out and replace it or fix it, all I have to do is get under the bed, pull the conduit down that's like tacked up to the bed frame underneath where you can't see it. And it's easily accessible is the point I'm making. So anyhow, hey kitty. Alright, that's all I got for now, guys. Hopefully this is helpful to someone. But yeah, once I get these cabinets put together over here with the plastic bins, everything's painted and installed and ready to go, and I got my butcher block countertop installed, I'll make a finished video to show you guys how I did that. So hopefully that's inspirational to someone else. I'm glad I thought of it. That's the thing about these projects. As you go along, great ideas will come to you. Like, you can't always have, like, I had an idea in my mind when I started out of how I wanted to lay out the van and the components I want to build or buy and install. So some things I want to build, like the toilet and the little step stool for the dog and this nice electrical cabinet that I'm working on. And then other items I just want to purchase and install and not take the time to actually build from scratch. So it just kind of depends. But as you go along, like I just decided, it would be a lot better for me to make my own cabinets instead of just buying a cabinet for so many different reasons. All right, that's all I got, guys. I know I'm getting kind of long-winded. Here's Arthur. Say goodbye, Arthur. Aw. I'm going to say goodbye to Phoebe and Vincent. Hi, Vincent. Hi, Phoebe. All right, that's all I got, guys. Happy Memorial Day. Talk to you later. Bye.